about the live action One Piece. But before, you know what we gotta get into. Gotta get into these out of pockets.
Alright.
But before that, I fucking told you guys. I'm just gonna leave that there before you get into the pocket, out of pocket. I just had to get that out. Just had to,
Well, what he tell us?
I think I know what he's talking
just had
about.
to throw that out there.
I don't know what he's talking about.
But
I always said One Piece is gonna be the greatest Netflix adaptation ever created.
so
What is he talking about?
Breezy, I'm gonna need you to put the
run
the clips.
Damn.
Run
He got
the
receipts.
clips. Run the receipts.
He got
we have the
receipts.
receipts.
What device here?
I saw that stupid face.
Oh,
And
our one was gonna look horrible.
Feel free to quote me. Yeah.
Are we scraping the bottom of the barrel?
We are.
Is that what we're doing?
I think we're in the dirt under that barrel.
Or everything in the trailer, right? Because everything looks like it has potential. Only thing I had a problem with it. That's not Luffy.
All that being said, I ain't got no host for this, bro.
But on to the topic of the show. But before we get to that, I gotta give shout outs to if you see the two pop figures over there, they're next to Breeze. Those are both collector's editions from different years of the captains on their rides. I do not have the other one I want, which is Luffy on Thousand Sunny. But for Luffy and Mary, I gotta thank my boy Steve. He actually got two of them. He gave me that one. He's actually a fan of One Piece because we talked about it. A couple years ago, we went camping together, and he asked me about some anime recommendations. And I started him on Demon Slayer, and then he's just been getting on more and more things over that. And I talk to him now and again about anime. So, Steve, shout out to you. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. And then Trafalgar Law with the Polar Tang. My boy Seb got me that one. I appreciate that because that's worth $120 right now. But I didn't pay that for it because Seb found it at a random store for his new job. Appreciate you, bro. Good looks. I love him. I just need my Luffy on Thousand Sunny, which I'll find eventually one day. I still have high hopes. But until then, we'll get into what the topic is.
Yo. His name is Luffy.
I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna look at y'all because I'm gonna have Breezy run the receipts again right here while I'm sitting like this.
Yikes.
So when you run these receipts, you can find the parts where Mark said that this shit would be shitty shit, and that
Mark
shit
never
shitty
says
shit.
Never said that. He's gonna run the receipts.
Now
My smug look is gonna look even smugger now.
we all had doubts. Mark was the most optimistic. I had doubts on Luffy. That was my main doubts.
Yeah, how you feeling now, bro?
I knew all along that the One Piece live action would be the greatest thing ever created. And my only thing was that I thought that Luffy had a big dumb face. And
that's kind of the point of Luffy.
yeah,
Luffy does have a big show face. That's kind of.
I'm sure we said that. Like, yeah, that's actually on brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, One Piece live action for Netflix was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that Netflix did a good thing. And not only that, they did it with One Piece.
Yep. How? How does this even work?
Because Oda did it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Oda handpicked the main cast. Like, I don't know if he did everyone, but I know for sure he did the cast. Netflix never had a release date for One Piece. Oda decided the release date. Oda decided when they're done. So, like, all the things that make it good are Oda. Now, also have to give a big shout out to Matt Owens. We'll put a pickup of him, but he is the showrunner. So, like, a lot of little BS.
That's what I wanted to know.
He's like a lot of little things in together, like why everything was so perfect. Like he was the one that was pushing for everything perfect.
Okay.
And then like a lot of people that worked on the cast and crew were just fans of One Piece in general. So you just had love from like top to bottom, left to right, from everything. So
okay, I'm gonna give Matt Owens a lot of credit because the show owner sets the tempo for everything.
Yeah, and you can tell he's a real fan because, like I said before, like if you can get the spirit of the characters right, then everything will be golden. Because like One Piece is such a big universe that the characters work, everything else will work. Because that was it. It's just translating those characters from animated to like real life, and I think they did a chef kiss of a job.
Dude, it's huge though to translate it from a manga anime to an American TV show to appeal to this format over here. That's crazy.
So that means you have to have a masterful knowledge of anime, manga, and essentially superheroes in general. Like superheroes, like the MCU.
True.
Because I mean, like it was modeled after the MCU. Like it had the not the MCU in general, but like just superhero movies. Like you have you build your characters up. They go on this big adventure. They take the L, and the hero's journey. I mean, because that's what it's all based off of. But you can really see like the Marvel, the last generation, the last genre of superheroes, like definitely left its footprint, and like I think it helped a lot.
And Pirates.
And Pirates,
yeah,
and Pirates. Pirates did some dope. So like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna compare the live action to the manga, as far as like pacing goes.
Okay.
So like the first 2 episodes.
I was just wondering, maybe there's people here who don't know what One Piece is. So I was wondering, maybe we should give them a synopsis of the overall.
Okay.
There's lots of people who don't know what One Piece
Wealth,
is, right?
fame, and power.
These can be yours, but only if you find the treasure of Gold Roger, king of the pirates. He left everything he owned in one piece.
They didn't say that in the anime.
They did.
They didn't say that in the live action.
They did.
We were hoping so much that
so
they would say the
disappointed.
thing.
They didn't say the thing.
They didn't say the thing.
And also for anime only fans, the dude asked the question. He doesn't exist. No one asked the question in the manga. Roger just said it. He just started talking shit when they was gonna execute him, and they actually killed him after he said that because it was like, oh no, you can't say anymore. Can't say anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about how they, or should we wait to describe the scenes? My question is, how do you feel about the way they translated the Gold Roger opening segment in the live action?
I think it set the tempo really well.
Okay.
Like I will say I do think he was more boisterous in the
manga.
Yeah. Like but again, like I think this was something that translated better because it would be kind of wacky that you would sound like you're on a stereo system and you're just one dude talking.
Fair.
But like
hockey could do it though.
Yeah.
But they didn't know what hockey was at the time.
Well, we get to touch upon that later.
True. All right. So the first arc of One Piece is Romance Dawn. So this was the title chapter of the first chapter, and it was the name of the OG manga. The OG manga was Romance Dawn. That's when Luffy, he met Garp, he met Nami, he met Shanks, and Oda just used that to kind of like silhouette the characters, and he flipped everything all around. Okay. And so that's what Romance Dawn was. And it's essentially the first 2 episodes. It's Romance Dawn is mixed in with Orange Town, because Orange Town is the next arc, which is 8 to 21. So pretty much the first 2.5 episodes, like the first 20 chapters of the manga.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Really good pacing. It worked out for the show.
They did a really good job of taking all of One Piece, adapting it into a very believable, very logical show. Mm-hmm. Like I especially like the opening scene with Gold Roger's execution was so subtle. Mm-hmm. There was so much nuance to it. Yeah. Like Garp's reactions to everything, Roger's general amusement of like, I'm about to fuck these guys over one last time. Garp realizing, oh shit, we really should not have turned this guy into a freaking martyr. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm actually going to come out and say that was probably the biggest mistake the World Marines had ever made, ever.
Yeah.
Was a public execution of the king of the pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did it to make, so that's actually a big point in the manga. Like, because the government did it to make a point, but it literally started the Great Age of Piracy, and they were just like,
whoops. Someone should have been fired for that.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody got murked off screen for that one.
It looked like it was Garp's idea, but maybe he was just overseeing it. I don't know.
So it's a bunch of speculation about that. If Garp, because Garp knew about, he knew that he was going to do something, but he didn't know.
He thought he was going to try to get away, didn't he?
He knew. I don't want to spoil too much for people that haven't got to that point in the anime or in the live action. But Garp knew more than he let on.
Okay.
He knew more than he let on, and we don't actually know what side of the coin Garp is on. Because small spoiler, Garp and Roger are friends.
Yeah.
They have the parallel is Luffy and Kobe. and Garp and Roger. So like that's because Garp went to the respective hierarchy of his lifestyle, and Roger went to his, and so like that's why you see Luffy and Kobe go through theirs. So people are speculating that the story's gonna go kind of the same way, or what twists and turns are gonna take because Oda loves his two sides of the same coin. So how'd you think about? Would you like my first 2 episodes? So that's meeting Zoro, breaking out of jail, and Buggy. That's what we got first.
So was that the fight with Buggy or just seeing Buggy before they got into the
Buggy's intro.
Buggy's intro.
Buggy's intro.
All right, before that,
we gotta talk about other shit before we talk about Buggy.
All right, so we're gonna do. I guess Zoro's intro is probably the. Oh no, I guess we got Alvida.
Oh yeah,
Alvida and Kobe and Luffy's meeting.
Alvida sends a very good message from the showrunners to the viewers. The first thing she does is show you that this is an R-rated show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, not PG-13. R-rated. There is some brain matter that is gonna end up on the floor, and someone's gonna have to mop that shit up.
Yep.
And that's how the showrunners say, "This is Mortal Kombat. This is not for kids." Okay.
And I think it's good you bring it up because I think that part is really important too, because like. Us, we know about 4Ks. Like the generations younger than us don't know about 4Ks. So it was important to for you guys because you had your doubts beforehand. Myself included.
Cue the One Piece rap.
Yeah. But you needed to know. We needed to know that this is going to be anime and manga, real One Piece, and not the 4Kids BS that we got when we were kids. And it shows you right off rip. And the manga does a good job too because it shows you. One, I think it did a good job because it shows you that there are female pirates too. Because I think in manga in general, it's just you kind of get male characters kind of just overshine everything. So it shows you that there are multiple male and female captains on the sea. You can run into whatever. And the fact that she was a menace, off rip.
Yeah, tyrant, absolute tyrant, murderer.
And it's cool too because I think it works. I love the juxtaposition of all the pirates that Luffy goes against for the most part because Luffy's this happy-go-lucky, can give a fuck less, but you got these super serious people.
Pirates with capital P.
Exactly. And just seeing Luffy smash their ideals the whole way through. So it was kind of cool. You see the first person he sees is this brutal, big woman smashing people with a club. And you just got this little rubber boy just I'm the king of the pirates.
Funny enough, Alvida. She's kind of design-wise, she's kind of like a mixture of Kaido and Big Mom together. But weak as shit.
I wonder.
Nah.
No. Okay. I wonder if that's where where the
ideas came from.
Yeah, that's where it started. Nah. Oh god. She had 85 kids. Big Mom. So Alvida could be one of them. I guess. I don't know.
Literally, right?
Could be. But Kobe is one of my favorite characters. Kobe's story. Yeah. He's what I always wanted from Usopp in the manga. The weak character that gets that man moment and just.
I enjoy because I was always kind of a fan because Kobe's the eternal underdog. I was always a fan of Kobe, but I'm a bigger fan of the live action version.
Yeah, because you know what sucks though. The manga especially is the Kobe Meppo cover story, which is the Kobe Meppo cover story. That's one of the most coveted cover stories in the manga. And for those who don't know, anime only watchers, Oda does what he calls cover stories. So they're just little. Kind of old comics where it's just the one picture for each chapter and he tells a story with the one picture and always super detailed. You can get a lot of information around it. And it essentially shows Kobe and Helmeppo getting trained by Garp from nobodies until Kobe becomes the captain, and then I want to say Helmeppo is a lieutenant captain. I think that's the captain. Yeah, that's the because in the manga you wouldn't see them again until season 3. So after Alvida stuff, you don't see them until what would be the end of season 3 of the
the Water 7.
Yeah, which is Chef Kiss, one of the best arcs in the world. But so that was cool. You got to see that cover story because it was dope, and you got to see Kobe and Helmeppo grow because that was one of the things we kind of missed in the manga was Helmeppo not being a dickhead anymore. Yeah. Because Kobe, you always saw his trajectory and how he was going to, you saw what he was going to be.
You didn't see that design glow up he got.
They didn't give you design. I'm glad that you didn't get the design glow up yet though.
Yeah.
Because he had a glow.
That would make sense. For what we see in live action, it wouldn't make sense yet.
Yeah.
Right now, he's just what I was comparing him to that Knickerbocker boy that we saw in
Suspiria.
Suspiria.
Yeah. He went from that to like Naruto. Like he becomes Naruto.
Wasn't there some movie where there's some kid would come out and say like peaches and cream, where's the love? Something like that.
That was a Skittles commercial.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Helmet actor. It's just the design they chose for you with that hairstyle.
Dude, deep cut.
That hairstyle is the most realistic that you can get with that dumbass hairstyle.
Whenever I think of Helmeppo's design, I can only think of the 4Kids thing where he had that gun, but it was a
accordion
sock'em. Yeah. I'm gonna post that picture for sure, but
that was so bad. So bad.
I don't know what the hell that was.
But then I wish I was a little bit hurt about Zoro's introduction. Because they did it well though. I liked the way they did it with the bar and stuff. But I kind of wished it was the original way, and it's just me being a fanboy. Because it was in the courtyard instead of being in the bar. Yeah. But I get it. A bar fight is always cool. So I wasn't mad.
A bar fight is just better.
It's better.
It's better.
So with the pacing, I'm super on board with the way they paced it because I don't think it would have held people's attention if we kept it the original. Because the original scene was like literally. Like
flat.
It was flat. It was a desert, basically. Yeah. It was a desert surrounded by empty walls. So, like, they just want to put it in a place that's more interesting. Plus, they wanted to use cool sets, I think, and they wanted to reuse those cool sets.
Which is fair. And also, like, I liked it, too, because it gave you a full view of it. Yeah. Like, you saw Nami, you saw Zoro, you saw, like, all the characters that were in the arc in that room. And I love those moments because... Yeah. Later on, Oda does incorporate that into like his, you have like arcs where like everyone's there, and you're like, how the fuck did these people get there? And you're like, you look at the scenes, it's like they were there and they were there. So like I really like that because it's kind of a call to the future of like where his storytelling goes, and that's why like this Matt Owens guy, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You understand Oda, bro. It's crazy,
and it's an economical use of like time and all that stuff. So this could. You could see the seeds to where this could become a problem later because maybe, there are certain details he's not threading in there. But for right now, he's doing it very intelligently, very well. So, like, as a fan, was there anything, like, in the scene changes that he left out that could be a problem later? Like, any details or anything like that? Okay.
No, the only, like, for the show as a whole, the only thing is, like, having Garp kind of be antagonistic into it kind of was, like, a little bit off-putting. That's, like, the only thing. But, like, the end of Garp's arc kind of puts Garp where he is in the show, in the manga anyway. So it's kind of like, I'm like, we didn't see Garp before then anyway. So it was really kind of do what you want. Yeah. So that's, like, that's my biggest gripe. That's, like, my biggest gripe with the show. And it's, like, this big.
I was with you too, like there, and then the way they paid it off. And I saw it a couple episodes before it ended. I was like, okay, I can see where they're going with this. And then they paid off, and I was like, okay.
That's where I was. I was like, I was like, I'll eat my crackers.
Yep.
I was like, all right. I'll eat my dinner. You made it come back around.
Yep.
So I guess with some things with the superhumans, those who have superhuman strength without devil fruits, I feel as if the show could have used a little bit more special effects to show that. Like, for instance, when Garp took a cannonball and threw it, it just sort of looked like he was throwing a softball. It didn't have the special effects that show like the force of a superhuman throw. Okay. I just wish that he maybe he had to stomp first, and the stomp would just like crush. I keep hitting this fucking thing. Damn.
It's the new setup, man. We get used to it.
Like if the stomp had like crushed the ground, or if the throw had like broken the sound barrier, I feel like that would have been like a little bit better to show that this is superhuman strength. But then at the end, when you have the Garp confrontation, it does show that yes,
Garp
is superhuman. Yeah, superhuman is a thing.
Yep.
Like I like it. What's his name? Clawhand. Kuro showed superhuman speed. Garp showed superhuman strength. What's his name? Shanks showed superhuman, what we think at the time, superhuman will. And then friggin' Mihawk just showed all of them at the same time.
Oh, Mihawk.
Yeah, Mihawk was him.
I guess superhuman skill. So yeah, we've seen all the superhumans without devil powers, and it's a really cool slew of. You see what the horizon is.
Yeah.
For those without devil powers, and then you also have people like Arlong, who is just he's just Arlong.
Yeah. Fishman.
Yeah, that's what superior human. That's what a meta human is.
He's not a human.
He's not a human.
He's
Yeah,
not a
he's
human.
something higher than that. So
I know you said it didn't say it, but he almost said it.
He almost said
He
it.
said puny human.
puny human.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said puny human. I
Puny
wanted him
human.
to say it. But
that's
like I was,
that's another 4 kids thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no humans.
but like we were saying earlier, I just expected him to walk up and be like, look at Luffy and be like,
There was that square up point, wasn't there though?
I just want. He just looked, man. He had that. Tell you, man. He just had big old school drug dealer energy. When he walked in there and looked at Buggy and was just like, hey.
I'm pretty sure there probably
Who did
was a Booker T blooper moment somewhere in there.